Thanks.
But I had to reply to that. So what do you do when you finish work after a long day of teaching college?
Usually I get through the front door, I kind of put everything down and just sit and sort of de-stress for a bit.
De-stress. So when you put stuff down, would you pack it away or would you just leave it out and about? Or
I'll usually take anything that needs washing up out of my bag and put it next to the sink so I can do that later. And then yeah, I'll usually just sit and like watch some YouTube stuff for a half an hour or
just
so.
chill out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Feed the cats.
Feed the cats, yeah, and line its fur.
Yeah.
Don't forget, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say you spend most of your money on?
I think probably getting around to see friends and stuff, like
Okay.
driving to different places to visit
Petrol,
people.
stuff like that.
Yeah, petrol, but then also like my hobbies and stuff. So I climb, which is a monthly subscription, like a gym.
Okay.
I go to the gym,
Oh,
which is a
right,
monthly
yeah.
thing as well. And then things like mortgage and bills and, and all the fun
The
stuff.
nasty stuff.
Mm.
I was going to say something else for that. Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Do you play any sports activities? So like yoga, Pilates, and how often do you do those?
So I do my climbing 3 times a week and gym 3 times a week.
Oh, crikey.
Yeah. Well, in theory, when I'm not injured from climbing or going to the gym.
Mm.
I used to play quite a lot of squash.
Okay.
As a more sort of cardio exercise, but that's too expensive now. It's
Okay.
ridiculous. So.
Fair enough. What do you think you get out of doing these activities? Is it just for personal? Are you trying to keep fit or
Yeah, so
gains?
with the gym, it's just that I've always been very skinny,
Yeah.
and I'm just sort of trying to
bulk up. And
bulk up a little bit. Mostly actually strength training though. So the gym I do to kind of supplement the climbing.
Okay.
So I'm not trying to put on too much weight because climbing's easier when you're lighter.
Yeah.
And then the climbing it's my old friend from secondary school. Like it's basically that's how we stay in touch now.
Oh right.
We
Okay.
climb 3 times a week, so there's that, the social side of it, and also I like the climbing because it's physical activity, but it's kind of a bit. You have to sort of think quite carefully about how you're going to get up the routes.
It's quite different as well, quite a unique sort of activity to do.
Yeah, it's sort of like
See how
there's
many
kind of a
people do it.
puzzle element to it, I suppose. So
Yeah.
you kind of you think your way up the route before you do it, and then you try it, and you maybe have to change a couple of things.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like you're planning.
Yeah. So is it like it's just those massive walls that you climb up, or is it actual like structures and stuff sometimes? Or
It's just I mostly do the indoor climbing at the centre in
Okay.
Reading.
Yeah.
So they've got tall walls there where you use ropes, and then they've got some shorter ones where there's just a crash mat.
yeah, you just got to do it by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been outside once. I went to Wales and did some proper rock climbing,
Oh right.
where you're
Okay.
having to put the gear into the wall and then
Oh.
put the rope in,
Yeah.
which was fun, but it's terrifying. And again,
Quite scary. Yeah.
it's expensive
Okay.
because I just did it the once we kind of hired kit. But yeah, you've got all these. You've probably got about 300 quid's worth of just stuff on your belt
Oh,
for
no.
like getting into the rock, and
Yeah.
so
One nasty fall and
yeah.
not good. Not
No.
good. So what's your go-to supermarket, and could I have a reason why?
Yeah, well, okay, so usually Tesco,
Yeah.
just because at some point I got a club card,
Okay.
and so I get points, which gives me, you get discount things in the post every so often, which I
Mhm.
always forget to use, so it's ultimately pointless.
Yeah. Who doesn't? But yeah.
Except for when I climb, because one of the nights a week, Matt and I will get pasta from Sainsbury's,
Yeah.
and we just particularly like the pasta that they do at Sainsbury's, so like once a week I go to Sainsbury's and spend like £5.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we, after a climb, we'll have pasta and watch an episode of something or watch a movie or whatever.
Yeah.
So mostly Tesco.
Mostly Tesco. Okay. Okay. Brilliant. I think that's all I need. Thank you very much.
Okay, no worries.
So Sarah, how old are you?
I'm 39.
You can't respond. So what do you do usually when you finish work after a long day?
When I finish work, it's different to what I do on weekends. So when I finish work, it's everyday activities. I'm a mum, so I pick up my kids.
Yeah.
I take them home, I feed them, I bath them, I put them to bed, and then do some more work. It's pretty kind of routine every day of my
Yeah.
life. Outside work, holidays, for example, weekends. Again, it's normally with the kids, but it's more outdoor activities,
Okay.
walking, cycling, museums, that kind of stuff that we go to as a family.
Yeah.
Lots of family activities, family time together really. So yeah, somebody my age, probably that's what they're going to do. Go to the cinema, go for lunch.
Yeah.
But normally with the kids. So,
Yeah, so just spending a lot of time with the family. So at the moment, what would you say you spend most of your money on?
My kids.
Your kids.
My kids. Food shopping, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't say it goes on. Spending money on me is important, so what I look like, my clothes, that's kind of all second to what my kids are wearing. So yeah, my money tends to go on activities and doing stuff rather than buying items.
So prioritising your family.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you play any sports activities, so like yoga, Pilates, anything like that?
Don't have time.
Don't have time.
Used to go to the gym. Doesn't really interest me as me personally, but I do know a lot of my friends go running. They all go to the gym. They all have kind of activities. I personally don't, but
Just
people my
busy.
generation
Yeah.
do. If they've got time, they'll go to the gym in the morning. I walk my dog. That's my hobby, I guess. I walk him 4 or 5 miles a day.
Same as my mum. Yeah.
So that's kind of what I do, I guess, to stay fit.
Okay.
That kind of stuff.
All right. So at your age, what do you look for in a partner? So what do you think is important, and how do you think you'd socialise best with your partner?
Okay, so very different to what I was at your age, and certainly the younger generation. To me, it's all about personality, it's all about commitment, how they make me feel, how they stick by me rather than what they look like or anything like that. So it's more kind of support in a partner. And once you've found that, the things you do, again, like I say, we are a long time married now, so we don't really do dates or anything, but again, people my age who are married and who have found their partner will
Going out for meals.
Go out for meals.
Like
just sit down and watch TV. It's quite nice because life's so busy.
Yeah.
Just watch films. Go on we go camping, holidays, that kind of stuff where we get to spend time with each other. But yeah, I would say going out for dinner. Not with just him, but it's nice to go out with him and my friends as couples.
Yeah.
It's also nice to go to the cinema together. It's also nice to go on walks with the dog. Just because life is so busy, they're the only times you really get to sit down and have a chat.
So would you like socialise a lot with your children's parents as well? So
people do. I don't.
Not so much.
I'm kind of got all my friends from university, and we've all had kids at the same time, so I've never really had the need to socialise with my kids' parents, but. And we went to the same uni together, so we've all got the same group. Me and my husband have the same group of friends. We've all kind of stuck together. So when we do go out, we know each other very well, which is nice, and that's why it's quite nice to see.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah. So for my short film, my idea is it's about a psychotic boy who discovers his problem when he's younger, and it follows as he gets older. It progresses and it gets worse and worse. And as he tries to satisfy his needs more, he wants to find a human subject. So he starts like finding this girl that used to bully him and stuff, and it's about how he then starts to fall in love with her after time spent with her. But for a film like that, would you prefer to see a lot of violence and gore, or more of a psychological sort of element to it?
How is he fulfilling his needs with her? Like, since he's falling in love with her, what does he do? How does she then fulfill his psychotic needs? What
I want to portray is that she's not aware of that, so he'll be like killing bugs, or like he'll see a dog or something and there'll be a shot of him with like a knife, or so I want to leave a lot to the imagination anyway, because obviously there's not a lot that I can film with hurting animals, because I don't want to do that anyway. But
okay, so with things like that, and especially I do think that blood, gore and all that kind of stuff is much more teen, young 20s kind of films, like your Screams and stuff like that, is much more for the younger audience who maybe doesn't want to sit and have to think psychologically about it. Whereas I think as you get older and you come into kind of my age group and my generation, that seems all a bit cheesy. So for I think our generation and somebody in my age, it's more about the psychological aspect, and he's doing this because he's been messed up as a kid, but what it's done to him psychologically, I'd focus on that more than him actually killing anything with blood and gore. And also, as he starts to kind of fall in love with her, he becomes more obsessed with her maybe, and it's playing with his mind and what she's doing. So I'd go more along the lines of kind of
isolating
hinting,
himself.
psychological rather than showing all the blood and gore and killing that he's
because it can be
doing.
overdone and it can look cheesy.
And like I say, that's fine for your screams, but as you get to my age, it's more the silent witnesses of the world where it's all psychological and there's reasons behind it, and what's the other one, Criminal Minds, that kind of stuff that works really well.
It's actually more scary because you're
it's more
imagining
real.
it more.
Real, and it can happen, so I think that's what I would prefer.